This is, of course, a zebra spitter here. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely adorable. We don't know what we're gonna do. We're literally broke down in Africa.
I've been feeling like I'm ready for the job. Got the pedal to the metal. I've been grinding non-stop, killing every instrumental. And
Okay guys, welcome to South Africa on my last day in the Durban area, but we're gonna visit a couple really cool collections, starting with my buddy Chris that has this amazing place. Look at this place. We've got zebra spitting cobras. We've got, oh my gosh, there is so much stuff here to see. So what do you say we just jump right into it? So here's Chris, of course. He keeps some this place is really impressive. He always talks about, oh, I don't have that much. Look around, guys. This is amazing. This is like a dream room, right, for us?
Yeah, this is like what I aspire to be right here.
Exactly.
Like, you know, no clutter, everything's super clean, and
yeah, it's just amazing. And it's cool. I mean, a bunch of naturalistic cages. I mean, this is incredible. But what are you going to show us first?
Going to go with the eyelash. This year I've had a really good year with the eyelash. It's a sort of a long-term project, but this year it looks like it's come to fruition. So let me take this girl out.
Oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, dude, that is ridiculous, Chris.
Yeah, now what you're going to see is that white squares is not particularly common.
yeah.
She's a little bit dirty, so she's got some black specks on her, and hopefully with some of her babies this year, that black will disappear and that white will really start to come through.
These guys are one of my favorite snakes. I say that all the time, but these truly are amazing. These are musaranas. Oh my gosh, these are incredible. Oh my gosh. And these are pretty mildly venomous snake. I mean, unlike most of the stuff that you seem to be working with, these guys are pretty chill, but what a gorgeous snake. Look at the reds in here, and look at that. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous.
I lose my sight of vision, getting focused on the streams. I've been trying to make it happen back when I was 17, almost 23, and I never gave up on myself. I've been working overtime, losing track of my own health, and the game made that.
Take a look at, guys. This is, of course, a zebra spitter here. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely adorable. Now, of course, that's why I have the eyewear on, but, you know, in all honesty, Chris says that this animal rarely ever spits, and it's really an unbelievable sweetheart. It's got a heavy food response, but other than that, it's absolutely incredible. Look, it doesn't even hood up. I mean, but that zebra spitter, I mean, it's one of the prettier of the cobras. I mean, just look at how amazing that animal is right there. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. You gotta take a look at this animal. This is, of course, it's crazy. I mean, this animal is a thing of lore. I mean, I'm telling you what, this is one of those animals you never, ever want to get bit by, right, Chris?
That's correct.
This is a bad one, but tell me about this. This is so pretty.
So this is the painted saw-scaled viper. Probably one of the largest ones in the genus, but it's a nasty bite. Certainly don't want to get bitten by it. I mean, it's notorious saw-scaled vipers kill more people than any other snake.
And not only do they kill a lot of people, unfortunately, it's really an anti-venom issue. You know, they're very specific to region and species, so there's just not enough anti-venom for every locality and species of these guys, and it's got just horrible effects. I mean, you bleed through every orifice, and it's a painful, dangerous, terrible bite, but what a beautiful snake. As long as you stay away from the pokey end, that animal is amazing. And of course, you can hear it. Listen. That's why they call them the saw-scale viper. They will literally like rub their scales together, and they're very rough, and they'll make almost an interesting sound, which is really unique to this particular animal.
This is the Australian collet snake. This is my sort of the jewel in my crown. This is my pride and joy.
That's a big colettes too. And guys, you know, literally this is probably one of my favorite Australian elapids. I mean, I love taipans and stuff, but from a color standpoint, colettes are definitely the unbelievable crown jewel of the Australian elapid. And of course, as babies, they are much brighter, really reds and blacks, and just an amazing animal. But just look at that chunky head and that big, thick body. And typically, they're very chill elapid for Australians. So I think I'm going to give it a go. What do you guys think? Well, I didn't really expect to come to South Africa and handle an Australian elapid, but I'm sure glad I got an opportunity to, because the colettes are absolutely amazing snakes. They're really heavy bodied, and you can see the only thing that's hard about handling this animal is the fact that it's so heavy and so chunky and so stout that it really moves almost more like a python of sorts, really. But look at that snake. And again, although you never want to get bit by a colette, they typically don't bite a lot, to be honest with you. They're one of the more chill elapids for sure. I mean, that is just absolutely crazy cool, isn't it?
So this is a beautiful animal. Check this out. This is an Acanthopus antarcticus. This is a Dejara death adder. And just love the color on these guys. Lots of red and kind of sand colored patterning there. Really cool snake. These guys are pretty difficult to keep. I always joke around and call them death adders because when you keep them they die, so.
All right, so what do you guys think? I mean, is that an amazing collection of snakes? And we only saw just a little bit of it, but we do have to move on. We're gonna visit another collection that is really awesome as well before we start heading to Joburg. You guys probably remember John. Of course, we saw him at the Joburg show, so we are now visiting his place, and he has this beautiful Cape File snake. I mean, this thing is incredible, John.
I'll show you guys what one or two of the babies look like. Like I said, this big girl is in the blue at the moment.
And you can see how unusual they move compared to like a normal colubrid or something like that. They're just kind of more like almost like a wart snake, to be totally honest with you, an elephant trunk snake. But those are absolutely stunning. Take a look at this, guys. Now, of course, you know, eyelash vipers can come in a bunch of different colors, but this is one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen. Holy moly, that thing is cool. This is actually a porphyracia, but what's interesting is that, you know, you have a bunch of different species. And John works with Laticincta as well as Coxeye, but this happens to be a cross between the Laticincta and the Coxeye, and that's something I've never seen before. That is one cool looking snake. Oh my gosh, that is neat. And just to give you an idea what those pairing is this would be the Coxeye here, and this is the Laticinctus here. You can see the Laticinctus has the banding, and the Coxeye has the striping. So you mix those two together, it's almost like you get a motley phase, like a corn snake, in a porphyracia, which is pretty awesome. And again, another really cool colubrid. Take a look at this. This, of course, is a mandarin rat snake. Wow, that's a really pretty one too. Super, super clean. So it's really cool to see that over here in South Africa, they're starting to get some of these rat snakes from China and Southeast Asia. So that's also, again, something I didn't expect to see.
Get another win. I burned a lot of bridges, but I know that I can swim. I don't need nobody else. People trying to take my credit. I can.
Just really a great collection here. I mean, they've got retics, green tree pythons, ball pythons, colubrids. I love their shed skin collection here. It's pretty awesome. This is a great place, and there's, again, much like a lot of the African collections we've been to, there's a bunch of little rooms. So this is just the kind of bigger room, but there's a bunch of side rooms as well. This place is absolutely awesome.
Wow. Who would have thought, man, we'd get over here to John's place and we'd get to see captive born and bred Varanus prasinus, the emerald tree monitor, green tree monitor. This is an amazing pair. Usually these guys are skittish, they stress out really easily, but you can tell that he's done an amazing job raising these animals. Quite a creative breeding setup, you know. He's definitely gonna have success with these guys, I think. This is really, really a treat.
And of course, these are the tricolored hognose snakes. These are absolutely amazing. South American hognose snake. The thing about these guys is that they're really high production. I mean, these guys will literally have like 6 or 7 clutches a year, but you still don't see them around hardly at all. They're absolutely amazing. Okay, so our next stop on this adventure back to Durban is, of course, to visit this guy. Remember him? Yeah! Of course, this is Jared. He came to visit me not too long ago back in Michigan. His family was absolutely great. And it's ironic because when he was in Michigan, he talked about this very animal, and I was really curious to see her. Oh my gosh, that is, Forrest, is that one of the biggest dumerals?
Yeah, that's a giant.
That is a giant dumeral boa. Oh my gosh.
She's never tried to bite anyone, so at least she's, for her size, friendly. I wouldn't like to get bitten by this.
Yeah, that is a big snake right there. That is a beauty though, Jared. And this one here is really special. Jared actually told me he got it, and it is really beautiful. Of course, it's a paradox Burmese python. The paradox is part albino and part normal, and I've seen a lot of these ones, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. Gosh, that's beautiful.
But one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh, that is a gorgeous animal. And you have some females that you're gonna eventually breed them to?
A lot.
Take a look at this one here, guys. This is actually a hypo Burmese python. I mean, that is a gorgeous animal, and you can see the hypo just basically really lightens it up. Man, that thing is so beautiful. Look at the head on that, huh? Wow. And of course, this is his albino boa constrictor, and you can see it has some really beautiful blushing and patterning in it, and of course its name is Lipstick. Holy moly, guys. I mean, this is of course a pearl Burmese python. That is a gorgeous snake.
And how the color difference varies. It's like really nice.
These are beautiful, man. Oh my gosh, you gotta be proud of these, huh?
Yep. My favorite part about these, okay, yes, they have amazing patterning, but if you take a look under that one, look at the color of its belly.
Oh yeah, it's so pretty, huh?
And then just the pattern in general is what attracted me to these ones.
So we are finishing off Jared's collection with one of these. Now Jared, do you like spiders?
I kind of do on the smaller side, but when they get to around the size, I kind of just like them for display.
Display,
and
so you don't
watching
take them out.
eat.
So you don't take them out a lot, huh?
No, not a lot.
Oh my gosh, this is really cute. I mean, it really is. He has a red leg and a red knee as well. But I didn't feel as comfortable picking them up because they were a little bit fast. You know me, I am an amateur spider handler, but nevertheless, at least I gotten over my fear of the majority, as long as they're not too fast. Well, Jared, thank you so much for having us. I mean, it was a great way to end the day on our way to Joburg. We still have about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 hour drive ahead of us, so we're gonna get on the road, but I couldn't come to South Africa and not visit my buddy Jared. Seriously, the stray dogs in South Africa are ridiculous. Get up there, you like it up there, yes. Is that the spot you like? Is that the spot you like, buddy? This is awesome. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cool. All right guys, so here's the thing, when we left Jared's place, his dad had told us if you break down or get a flat tire, do not stop, because literally on the sides of the roads here, people will come and kill you and take your money. And he said it's very, very dangerous. He said if you get a flat tire, you drive on that flat tire till you get to a thing. And literally Forrest drove over something and it literally busted our gas tank. Gas is all over the place, broke down the side of the road. Thankfully, we were right here close to a station, so we were able to walk literally across. We had to jump a fence, we had to get over here. Hopefully Jared's dad is going to come and hopefully pick us. We're like an hour and a half away from him. We're still like 3.5 hours from Joburg. We don't know what we're going to do. We're literally broke down in Africa, and like he said, on the side of the road, people will literally come and kill you. So this is very serious. I'm freaking out right now, guys, but fingers crossed this thing is going to work out. I hope we're going to get somewhere tonight. I don't know if we're going to go back there or go to Joburg. We're supposed to go look for a big crocodile tomorrow at 7 in the morning. My heart rate's up, guys. This is by far the most dangerous thing that we've done this whole trip. I hope this works out. All right, guys, I just want to get a little real time with you here. I tell you, we just got to Joburg and I just got into my hotel room. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning. We were supposed to be in about maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. And what happened was Forrest accidentally hit something in the road. It literally ripped the gas tank and all of the gas poured out. Now let's back up a second. South Africa, an amazing country, but very dangerous. And when I was visiting Jared and his dad Paul, they literally told me if you get a flat or have any problems, do not stop on the highway. Just go all the way to the service station, because if you do, many people get killed, they get kidnapped. It is very dangerous, especially at night. So we literally broke down and we had to walk across the way to that service station. And at first it was really scary, but it got even worse. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was maybe one of the worst things that's ever happened to me in my life. We were sitting down and 3 guys were kind of circling us and then kind of broke off, and they started getting closer and closer. So we went inside of the building, the actual gas station, and they stood outside just looking at us. And then one guy came in and kept circling around, and you could just tell something really bad was going to happen. Now there's no 911, there's no emergency calls, you are just stuck there. Now fortunately Paul, Jared's dad, literally I got him on the phone and he was going to drive an hour to come get us. Not to mention he phoned a friend that was a local that had a tow truck. So literally within 10 or 15 minutes we were going to have a tow truck there, and then Paul was coming. It was an amazing thing that they did to me, and honestly I cannot thank them enough for even warning me, because if they hadn't warned me, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have had my ears and eyes open, and I may have gotten killed, stabbed, who knows what would have happened. Could have been so horrible. Regardless, the tow truck did show up before anything else happened. We got in it, and then within a half hour Paul was there. He actually brought another car and he gave us the option, do we want to take this car to Joburg, which was still almost a 4-hour drive, or do we want to go back with him, spend the night with him, and he would bring us to Joburg tomorrow. But I had some things I needed to do tomorrow, some obligations. We're here to try to find a huge crocodile for Forrest, and tomorrow morning we have to go to see that big crocodile. So we made the decision to push forward. I tell you, it was one of the most scary 4-hour drives of my life, knowing that if we broke down again, we didn't have that lifeline with Jared's dad. Regardless, I'm here, I'm safe, It was unbelievably scary. I still love this country and I would come back here anytime. This doesn't have anything to do with South Africa. It just is a fact that it was a very dangerous position. Oh, and did I happen to tell you the tow truck driver said that that station was a terrible station and known for murdering. As a matter of fact, apparently they set someone on fire just 2 weeks earlier than that. So thank God I'm okay. Thank God Forrest's okay. We made it. We're here. We're fine. Do me a favor. I'm going to put a link in the description to Jared's YouTube channel. Go show him some love, because if it wasn't for him and his dad Paul, I literally don't know if I would be alive right now. But hey, it all worked out good, people, so it's good. We still have a few days of awesome animal adventures ahead, so I'm not going to let this bring me down. I'm going to get some sleep. I've only got about 4 hours before I have to wake up and head off to see this big crocodile. I hope that you enjoyed the rest of today's vlog. It was absolutely amazing, and I know that this little ending piece is kind of wild and it's going to make the vlog a little longer, so thank you for joining me and tuning in, and thank you for your kind wishes. I'm sure you guys were just as stressed out as you're hearing this as I was, but we're okay. Tomorrow's going to be an amazing day. I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for everything, and remember, be kind to someone. Someone being kind to me today saved my life. I promise I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
But it ain't a typo. Know that it's coming. I gotta keep running. I'm feeling the loving. I keep it 100. I get it how I want it. I've been at it 5 years, never getting cold feet. When my second